Alright, so we're cutting our 1/4" MDF board for our vertical strips for the board batten. So we set table saw 2 inches and we'll fire it up and make 2-inch strips. And I'll reset it for 3 inches and make some 3-inch strips for the vertical top.
Where's your personal protective equipment? Gloves?
I'm already wearing glasses.
Glasses, hearing protection.
Yeah, that's all taken care of.
Dogs underfoot.
The dogs will go outside.
What kind of board is this?
MDF, like I said at the beginning.
What are the dimensions?
It's 1/4" by 2 feet by 4 feet.
And you're going to cut 2-inch strips.
Yes.
This way.
Vertical.
Yeah, up and down.
Yeah. Because we want 4-foot strips in the room.
Show us how it's done.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want hearing protection?
Yeah, I'm sure. You may want to mute that though.
So we're going to do a modified version of board and batten with 2-inch vertical slats and then a 3-inch horizontal topper that's going to cover this. So we're setting them apart 16 inches on center, and since they're 2 inches apart, that means there's going to be 14 inches between each one. I started over on the crib wall and centered the middle board and worked out from there. So now that everything is marked and we made sure that we're not going to have an issue with any of the outlets, Chris is getting the caulk gun ready. And we're going to start gluing. Hopefully this doesn't suck. Alrighty, so we are motoring now, and this is how we found the best way to do it. We have the mark on the wall, very lightly, where the next one goes, and then I keep this board with me throughout the whole project, and I've marked the halfway point of the board so I can line up the centers. So what I do is I line it up down, put it on the center, and then I put a big level next to it. Make sure that it's nice and level. And then I hold the level in place and take this board off. And then when Chris brings over the board that's glued, we can just set it right next to the level and squeeze it up against the wall. And it'll be perfect. As you can see, there are some places that need to be filled in, and the side of the board still need to be painted. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And then I'll show you guys the final product. So at each joint, I'm just smoothing on a little bit of this dry deck spackling. Smoothing it on in the joint, and as you can see, I just did this one and it's almost already turning white. So then I take a clean sponge and I just wipe it off the woodwork, and it only leaves the spackling putty in the little crack instead of on the woodwork. You gotta make sure you clean your sponge a lot, or else you'll get a buildup on your wood and it'll look kind of like dry and flaky. So anyways, you just want to clean the woodwork really well with a clean sponge, and you re-moisten your sponge all the time, but you don't want it soppy wet, you just want it damp. So if you're wanting to do this technique at home, what I suggest you do is figure out which walls are important. The board placement is really important to you. Find a center point, and then kind of right about here on the wall, do a mark, and then just start doing a tick mark every 16 inches or however far you want them spaced apart. Do it all the way around the room, and if you come into any issues, then you can subtract or add space in corners. That you don't really notice that as much until it works out well across the whole room. So we finished putting up all the vertical and horizontal boards, and I have to tell you, I think it is so cute. I love it. I seriously love it. I was afraid that it might be too girly or something, but I really think that even if we have a boy next, it'll still look awesome. So that is what the wall treatment looks like.